Ah, beautiful.
Another beautiful day.
What do they say? It's always sunny in Philadelphia?
I'm not sure they say that.
No, apparently the show has nothing to do. That's what I'm told.
Allow me, please.
Oh, no, I wanted to do
please.
this. Okay.
Okay.
So age before beauty, is that it? Okay.
I'm going to go around.
Thank you.
Thanks for a wonderfully fun rehearsal.
Oh, it was
That was
so
really,
good.
really lovely.
It was so good.
The guys sound incredible.
But I always thought that the was the worst. The second time, you know,
absolutely unprincipled. Because the thing that happens is, and for me, this is the horrible part. At home, not so difficult. It's not so difficult. You can play it, it's okay. But then comes, you sit, and you wait, and the orchestra plays for a minute, and they make a lot of noise, and then you're supposed to do this thing. And I never get it right. Never.
You did?
In rehearsal, maybe.
You know what I love about this concerto too is definitely the last movement. You know, we had our moments with the trumpet saying, "Okay, are you?" Because the fact that's on purpose.
Yeah, they don't play.
They don't play, and it's never. It's not anticlimactic. I don't mean this, but it just brings the concerto from this massive first two movements to something completely.
I always think of it as, you know, he's on Earth, and then the second movement is like despair and, you know, anger and down there somewhere, and then this third movement takes us up there.
Yeah.
And in the fourth movement, we're just playing up there.
We're just playing up there. It's like the angels.
We're playing in heaven. Yeah.
No, that's it. Do you like coffee?
I love coffee.
Me too. This is one of the best places in Philadelphia.
Is it?
Yes.
Very nice.
After you.
No, thank you. Hi.
Here.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
No, I'm trying to think of something really difficult.
Yeah.
Could I get a decaf cappuccino with skim milk? Is that possible? So that's not so difficult. No. I'll come up with something else. I'm going to be 70 next year. Oh. And what's
you you look 60. Seriously.
There are two good things about becoming 70. First of all, everyone expects you to play a lot of wrong notes when you're 70. You know, it's like, oh yes, of course, he's old now, you know, so of course he's going to miss a lot of stuff. That's one. And the other thing is that I guess you can maybe eat more of what you want. I'm not really sure. I don't know.
So
is that the almond milk cappuccino?
Oh, that's for me.
Here.
Look how beautiful it is.
That is beautiful.
See?
If I could get a keyboard that fit over it, I'd never leave. I would just lie in bed all day.
That would be, you could invent that.
The great design for me would be to have a bed where the keyboard fits, but also where you have a thing in the middle where you can sort of have a pass-through with a stationary bike. So I could practice, get my exercise, and never leave the bed. Let me ask you a conducting question. When do you use baton and when do you not?
I almost don't use batons anymore for symphonic. And I use it all the time for opera.
For the opera,
because for the opera, they can...
you need it, yeah.
Because...
the distances and so,
it's not fair. Then it would force people to watch me more directly in the face. But in symphonic repertoire, it happened almost by accident that in Rotterdam for years I did not use it. And then they said, oh, we prefer when you don't use it. And I went back and forth in Philadelphia, and now I just prefer the sound without.
Do you ever watch the Great British Baking Show?
No.
You've never seen that?
Tell me all about it.
Take a look on Netflix. It's,
okay.
They have it's sort of it's like a competition for amateur bakers, you know, over a few months. And it's fascinating.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating and wonderful.
How are your culinary talents?
Non-existent.
Really?
Non-existent. I boil water.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
And I'm perfectly capable of washing out a non-stick pan. Otherwise, not so much.
Well,
But I read
dare I
recipes.
say I'm really a similar level of talent. I grill now.
Really?
Yes, I grill. That's good.
That's
You know, I
fantastic.
think this is a very manly thing to do.
That's what I've been told.
You know?
Yeah. I grill. I don't really grill. I burn. It's a problem.
Hey, tell me one question. When did you first play with this orchestra?
Oh God, 1975.
Ah.
It was. Yeah. So I was a young guy.
You were a baby.
I was 25.
Wow.
And it was one of the most exciting things of my whole life. I had never played really with a big orchestra, and to start with these guys.
Wow.
But there was a rehearsal. This was a summer place. It used to be called the Robin Hood Dell,
Yes.
and is
the
now
other
the
side.
Mann Center.
The Mann Center,
Right.
yeah.
And they started to play. It was the Liszt Second Concerto.
Okay, that was your debut. Okay.
And my very first thought, it's a silly thing to say, but my first thought was, this sounds just like the record I have, except I'm actually playing. Because I'd never played with an
Yeah.
orchestra that sounded the way it should sound.
Well, you've certainly
I've bothered them a lot over the years. Yeah.
you've seen how they applauded you when you came in. It's
Well-
one of the closest friends of the orchestra, and I'm so lucky to have you as my friend too now.
It's a privilege to work with you and them always. You know, it's an incredible privilege.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Imagine we do this. We just it explodes.